that I feel like that hurt us, but yeah, continue. Yeah, so that I think that's what the difference between um, the needs here and the needs overseas. Like they can't monetize English battles, and me too. Like if I review an English battle, I get flagged by YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like you're promoting hate speech, something like that.
Mm.
So it has to be a way around this. It has to be a way. I don't know the way around it too. I'm going to discuss it. I know the way around too.
So do you think that's one of the biggest hindrances of like the English?
Yeah, I mean, because then it's almost like it's almost defeating the purpose if the footage would be flagged it seems like potentially that it would be flagged because of those reasons. So it just defeats the purpose. It would be it's like we're putting all of this work in and making it resonate for everyone. And then when we actually get it to where it needs to be presented for the fans, there's a hiccup. You know what I mean? And it can make a consumer look for the next thing that they're interested in, you know?
But you see the parallels of the problems with each country, right?
Yeah.
We haven't battled in a while too.
No, I haven't battled it.
What's the reason behind it?
Well, the reason I haven't battled because the business had, like you said, when caffeine and other things got into play, the business got funny with the league owners that I was employed with. They began to what I would say re-alter deals in the midst of the deal actually being like it's already signed. You know what I mean? They'll say this is what we're planning to do, and then they'll change it around at the end. With that, another major reason, they made the lower tier battlers, they wanted to make them as big as the big tier battlers because of the popularity and the fans and the viewership that goes with it. It took us a long time to get there through a bunch of battles, so that's why we got, where we at. So that also came with obviously a fee. So we get paid a certain price now, and we feel like we're entitled to that because of all the free work we have already done. So when they bring these new up-and-coming artists that doesn't cost as much as us, because for business for them, it's great. Because they don't have to, right, they don't have to pay as much to make him get the same views as this guy.
Yeah.
So it sabotages this person because if they say this person lost, then you gotta still keep paying the expensive person.
Yeah.
So it just, a lot of the business, it altered the deals as they were going on, and it just changed what seemed like such a great situation to it's just like, what the hell is this? Like, it just got really bad, you know what I mean?
Did you try to, put up your own?
Yeah, I did my own league, but then you got to look at a lot of things. You have to take accountability. There's a lot of the battle rappers that are at that status now aren't delivering how they used to. So it's like they ask for a purse that's like what we feel we deserve at this point, but to not do the work now just because you have the time. So on the business side, I mean for the promotion it looks good. We have so and so versus so and so. Yeah, it looks good on the promo side, but when on the business side, the actual footage is coming out and the people they're not happy with the matches, it makes the business decrease even more. Word. So it's like the money came, it messed it up a little bit. It messed it up a lot, I want to say. It messed it up a lot.
Do you think the pay-per-view was a good idea? Will it work after?
I mean, I feel like it could have been good. It's always depending on the situation. Every situation doesn't need a pay-per-view. If it's a situation given artists like yourself or myself where we're going to resonate with other places than just this field or just this one country, it makes total sense to do the pay-per-view because now you're able to tap into other markets and other places. But if you just the promo and the marketing is only subjected to this one place. It just doesn't make no sense to spend the money for the pay-per-view when you can really market and promo yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and out here, like in the Philippines, when you do pay-per-view, it just invites pirates.
Bootlegging, yeah, man. And then also the streaming, you gotta worry about streaming too. A lot of pay-per-views have, a lot of business cards have declined because of a hiccup in the pay-per-view where the audio was off or a microphone was messed up. And when the fan complains about one of these things that they can prove, they're subject to refund. So if you did 100,000 and you got 50,000 refunds, you're probably more in the hole, including the artist that you had to pay. So it's like it can be good and it can kill you.
It's hard, bro. It's tough. It's not like 2010.
Nah, 2010. You see, everybody was engaged because I feel like it was organic. It was something new. The money didn't take it. Everyone had that hunger because the money wasn't accessible. Yeah, we all were still fighting for something.
It wasn't the driving force behind the battle.
Right. It was, I'm better than you. It was the hunger. It was, I'm better. Because we didn't even know this existed at that time.
Where did you start? Where did you first battle?
My first battle, on camera or off camera?
So you had like off-cam battles too?
Yeah, man.
Way before YouTube?
Yeah, yo, it used to be in my school, man, on the lunch table. With the meeting and battle and getting kicked out, the tension and all of that, battling people in school, and this was going on. I can show you footage too. Well, I've been rapping since like 5 years old, bro. I showed you a footage of me doing a freestyle 5 years old, bro. And it's crazy. I didn't start battling. Other people started rapping around me. And we were in New York. It's like a bunch of buildings. It's like how you should. Well, you see how your buildings is in downtown. It's like that, but it's like 10 of these on each block, and each of them got a bunch of tenants, and probably 3 people in each apartment raps. So it's like, how the fuck do I beat the odds? So I gotta take everybody out so they know I can rap, and then you end up stuck in a battle world and then forget to do your songs. It's crazy.
But you were a battle rapper before you did songs.
Yeah, in a sense, I wanted to do songs, but I needed the notoriety because there was so many people that were good where I'm from. Like, to the point where they wouldn't even want to hear what else is out there because they're so happy with what they already have. So you have to make your way like, okay, I know you like this, but there's something better. And I gotta demand your attention because if I don't, you're gonna keep thinking this is the best. Yeah.
And who was your like early influences?
Oh, the DMX, man.
DMX.
DMX, man, dog, yeah. Yeah, salute to the dog, man.
I think it would have made it like an amazing battle rapper, bro. His voice,
bro, his delivery, the passion, perfect. How he get his message across and still be himself. He doesn't have to, even if he's talking to a woman, he can still be himself and get the message across clearly. You feel me? That's why I respect it, because I don't want to have to alter who I am in no situation.
Did you hear the Jake on time when he tried to flow like thanks?
Nah, I didn't.
He had a track like copying DMX's.
Did you like it? Was it good?
It was like a homage to, but
It wasn't that.
it wasn't that. He just tried to like sound like DMX, but DMX you can't do
One of one, definitely a one of one, man.
But then, so how did music like became a part of what you were doing?
So in my neighborhood, I had a older cousin that was signed to Bad Boys when I was little, and used to have like a bunch of limousines and fancy things come to my block from a little kid. I seen how everybody from my neighborhood, no. I'm like, yo, used to always chill, you too little, you can't be around this stuff. So I'm like, yo, man, I want to rap and get my own fucking limousines and shit, and just kept going, bro. Yeah, and I would spit rhymes to them. And they used to always be like, hey, they're cool, but they're not good. They're not good. They're not all the way there. They're not fully developed. So it just pushed me, to get a hunger from the beginning. So it was like everybody else did it for fun in the beginning. It was always a fucking mission for me.
Was like Smack the first like big platform or something?
No, I wouldn't say the first big platform I did was Fight Club, MTV Fight Club.
Really? Fight Club?
Yeah, I lost bread in there too one time, bro. I won 2 of them, and I lost one. I was probably young, like 14 years old. And I had somebody that was my manager signing for me as a guardian. Shout out to International P and Von Judd too. Yeah, man, and I won 2 back to back. One, like the first one was like $1,000. The second one was like 1,800 or something. So I felt myself. I felt like, I got this. I'm gonna make it to I bet 5,000 and lost there. I'm like, versus some older cat that was just advanced. He just showed me some shit that I didn't know that battle rap even had, that like charisma, the spunk. Like, I thought you had to just go spit your flow and have the best flow. When he showed me how he was delivering, and there was nothing I can do. And it's my go again. I don't have a rhyme like that. I got another flow like this. So it was like a bad battle for me. And that's when I learned, like, you got to get your message across by any means necessary. Forget just the flow. You got to get that message across.
Well, I can tell you're a real humble person too. Like, by the way you talk and like how your style has progressed through the years.
I appreciate that, man.
Like the early K Shine was like, it's like pure energy, right? Like, it was like unmatched energy like I've ever seen in any battle rapper that I've seen. Like, your energy was the one that like set you apart from all your other.
Yeah, I had to know when to channel it though, man. A lot of times that shit is like a powerful energy, and once it takes over, it's like that shit that when Tony Stark let that beam out his chest, wherever that shit hits is gonna knock that shit down. So I had to learn how to tame that shit type in a sense, you know what I mean? Like, so I can know when it's time to power up, when it's time. Because before, I used to think when I come to the venue, it's time to take this shit over. It's time to everybody, safety. Yeah. But I learned to put me in bad situations sometimes. It was good until we did that part, or it was little things that it could be better if I didn't just do that the whole time. You know what I mean?
Well, you're 2-on-2s with DNA.
Yeah.
That was also the first time I've seen rappers like really do teamwork, like literal, like finish each other's bars, right? Because before that, it was just like 2 rappers in there taking each other's styles.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 bar. Okay, you go. But when you and DNA did that, it was like new, like for its time. It wasn't done before.
No.
What was the inspiration?
I'm not gonna lie, man. It kind of flew that way. DNA came up with an idea, if I'm being honest, for a part that I thought was really dope. And I'm like, that part is dope, but what if we added this and then did it for multiple things and then change and intertwine our flows now? Like, he raps a certain pattern in a certain way. Sometimes it's hard for me to grasp to because that's just not my style. And vice versa with him. He's not as aggressive as I am. So when he delivers it, it's off. So we had to find a way to where it can make it blend, where I can be me and he can be him. So the comedy, or sometimes with the aggression mix, or sometimes in reverse, or sometimes the sarcasm, and we just had to find ways that we can make it, coincide with each other. Contrast, right. When it lands on your part, sometimes you just have to feel what the energy needed to be when it's your part. Like, your bar might have been written for and fuck everybody to end it. But when he might have said fuck everybody, he might have said, well, something aggressive before that. So now the fuck everybody's on you, might be like, fuck everybody, just so it can compliment what he does. You know what I mean? Because if you both, it's like 2 niggas just screaming, it's hard to explain, man. It's like a chemistry, man. It's a chemistry, and we learn doing it so much how to feed off of each other.
And then after that, after your 2-on-2s, I also noticed that you played with like even more elements in your style. Like when the early K-Shine was like raw, aggressive, you didn't lose those qualities, but I noticed that you incorporated like um,
Comedy and things of that nature. Yeah.
yeah, comedy also, but also you know, concepts. You also played with
Storylines,
concepts.
yeah. At first, I didn't do all the way in the beginning because I thought you had to make an impression. And I thought doing those things would have took too much time for them to say, okay, he's one of my favorites. So I felt like I thought I needed to attack from the moment they see me to the end to make that impression on them. As my career progressed, I got to see when creating those little parts like 8-bar build up, it might be something that's a point that I'm making that build up to a story just to get to a bar, but I see that they enjoyed that story part.
Yeah,
Sometimes more than the bar.
that's true.
So I said, hold on.
It has more replay value sometimes.
Yeah, so I said, let me start revamping. Let me start mixing things around. Let me start playing around with stuff and testing it out and pause and seeing how the fans react to it. And yo, we get around like the first round versus Usurp, you know, like, and it's like a whole story for the. But I thought they were gonna boo it because it was so drawn out. You know, it was so.
Sometimes your expectations don't really match what's gonna happen.
Yo, it's crazy. It's psychologically. It's like, yo, man, that's crazy. You drive yourself mad, and you say it to somebody. If they don't give you the reaction that you want, man, you might throw the whole shit away, yo.
That's true.
And it's really good.
I can relate to it.
And it's good, bro.
Yeah, it's like when you come back to it a couple months, like, oh shit,
Why did I use this? World talk, bro. You know the vibes facts. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
because you get numb to it.
Yeah. Because you're saying it so much yourself that first initial reaction is going for you.
That's true. And also, you're not sure if who you're letting hear
If
to
they
it.
like your music, if they want to think of something in the process better than you, you don't even know if you're listening on,
Or even if they giving you 100% attention. You know,
that part.
sometimes people just nod, yeah, but
They don't even understand the bar. They'll be like, ooh, yo, what I mean? Say it again, bro. Like, they don't even know what you said. It's crazy.
Has your aggression in the past gotten you in trouble? Like in battles, I mean, specifically?
Yes, a lot, man. I got in. I don't feel like I did anything that wasn't warranted at those times. However, I feel like I should have let a lot of shit just pass.
Yeah.
You know, but I was confused. I thought, you know, when we're on the stage, we're showing who we are, and that's what the fans wanted to see. I'm not realizing that it's jeopardizing business. I'm thinking I'm doing the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Making it more interesting.
Yeah, until I'm realizing I'm the one that's got to go through this, the deductibles, and everybody's good, but the fans love me. But why I got to take the hits? It's crazy.
But do you think being aggressive in, like, in terms of volume or in terms of presence is worse than being aggressive in terms of what you're talking about? Because here in the Philippines, it's different. The culture is different in battle rap. Like, remember, like, off camera, we were talking about, like, what's not cool, what not to do, like, personals. Where it's not even cool anymore in America, right? You don't do that, like, mention other people's wives' names, real government names.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of these people now, they've been scheming. It's never been cool for us. Now that the culture is at it seems like you need a big moment or a spark or something. People are just going below the belt. They're doing anything for that viral moment now. So it's really like not good now. But yeah, it's never been tasteful. No, we don't like that. And as far as like who you are on the stage and on person, that's what you mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel like I'm being aggressive in person. For me, it's sometimes aggressive, but I'm from a place where everybody's pretty much going through some shit, you know what I mean? Like, so everybody has a demeanor that's like, you know, stern.
Yeah.
So I don't really take it as aggression from a lot of people if it's not threatening to me.
Okay.
But I see how people may take me being from that place, going other places, like it's threatening to them.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? So sometimes I would have to like try to humble it down or try to, but I don't know when to do that because I just be being me. You know? I don't know.
Yeah, but what happens when someone tries to like go left and just talk about disrespectful stuff?
I feel like now at this point, I feel like now it's a way to handle things. You shouldn't have to go up the fighting or none of that shit. I feel like now, you can get back in the match. It's like it's part of the culture. I feel like these people were putting things in our heads, man. You know what I mean? Around this time when we were starting, yeah. And I don't want to say too much. You hear me? But so they had us think this is a demeanor that we had to keep. You know what I mean?
And because, like, of course, Philippines watches America a lot, right? Of course, in terms of battle rap, so they get what they think what's happening out there.
Yeah, I think normal. I think what the Philippines need to know though, like this shit is nothing without the battle rappers. You feel what I'm saying? The league owners, it's good for business for all of us to hate each other because then you get the best matches you get. But for us, we don't even want to go through that stress. We want to come around, no good shit, got my back, we out, bro. But they keep it that way so they can keep the business going. It's like a demonic type of, yeah, it's like some dark energy type of shit. So, yeah.
Man, you're onto something there, man.
Yeah, it's demonic, man. Like,
because in the Philippines, it's a bigger audience. And, man, you just blew my mind, bro. What you just said.
So the battle people need to know, this shit is nothing without y'all. Because when y'all all stop, do the league owners still be able to have that lane to make the bread? So why would y'all let them control the narrative?
Are already on TikTok. Reach over 1 billion active users, discovering products, services, and ideas every day. TikTok ads turn attention into real sales and leads. Start today and get up to 360,000 pesos ad. Launch your TikTok ad campaign today.
That's true, man. So we're getting like top-notch game right now, straight from one of the goats, man. We got K-Shine in the building. Mm-hmm. Also, I also got a couple more questions for you.
I prepared, bro. I feel like
this is like unexpected. I prepared.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That means you know the love is real, man. Thank you, bro. Word.
Okay, man. This is my first question for you, bro.
All right.
When people say Prime K-Shine, what years do you think they're talking about?
I think they're talking about the years between the John battle all the way till, I would say, the T-Rex eras. Salute to my brother T-Rex. Like, those are the matches that were like staple in the game, and those were the rise and shine when I'm just still trying to make the name that I still feel like I'm trying to make. But at that time, I felt like I was way less than, status-wise. So I felt like I had way much to prove going against the opponents that I had. So I would say those years around the time I had to battle like T-Rex, John DNAs, around those eras. I want to say that was probably like 17. Now my dates be off, but like 2017, yeah, around that time.
How long was your hiatus in battle rap?
Going on 4 years now. I battled Shotty Horror. You familiar with Shotty Horror?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cooked them too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you battled him?
Yeah,
Where?
on my own league. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm working on something where we're gonna release it with the Philippine battle. It's gonna be a whole international shit that I'm working on right now. It's a whole package for the fans because they were upset that I had to pull the battle. But they're gonna be able to see it with more international matches.
If this is it on your own channel?
Yes. Well, the battle won't be on the channel now. I'm going to package it. I'm trying to see if we're going to do like a Netflix situation or something like that. I'm just speaking with my people with Dirk and I'm just figuring out what's next. Cool. But he's selling me so many different distribution that, and that's the thing, they told us we only had YouTube. You know, the league owners led us to believe that we only had YouTube until they bust out with a caffeine or some shit. So they keep you at a certain mental. It's tough, man. You just gotta pay attention, man. Like you would think like for this battle with Shotty, yeah, you would think for the Shotty battle, I'll say, yo, if I don't have no way to release it, if I don't have the platform to release it on YouTube because of the stipulations that's going on, then I wouldn't have no way for the fans to see it because that's what they manipulate us to think that all these shits has to go through YouTube. But it's so many distribution shits that they've been working behind the scenes, like caffeine, but that wasn't behind the scenes, but it's other distributions that's greater than YouTube.
But do you think it's a double-edged sword? That's the reason why it's not as.
I think it's ownership for the business too. You know, if they go into shit with other entities or businesses like streaming platforms, they definitely get a large percentage from whatever league that would be, you know, and that definitely still cuts into the artist's pockets. It's just a lot.
So when you say earlier that like the lower tier battle rappers get matched with the higher tier battle rappers just so they can save money, do you think a lot of ghost writing happens behind the scenes?
Yes. I believe, and not so much ghost writing. I think people exchange ideas, they spar, you know. And that led, I think I seen it lead to people actually helping people with whole entire rounds and shit, yes.
Do you think that oversaturates the styles that are present?
Yeah, because that person should have just took that match. If we already have a loony. We don't want to see you be another loony. You know, we got the best loony. Like, that's just, like, why duplicate? You have to show your own creativity, you know what I mean? That's what makes it special, you know? You can't just mimic what you like, you know? That's where, I don't know.
Because here, battle rappers here, URL is like, it's more of a niche market in the Philippines. So some battle rappers, they bite a lot of your, not just you, but a lot of rappers' lines there.
Yo, but a lot of shit is trendy too. Like, a lot of things we do in the culture is culturally friendly, so it's confused. Like, they even accuse you of sharing a style with somebody, you know what I mean? But a lot of this shit, it's like, when it's going on in the time and the culture is watching a certain person that has a similar style, it's kind of almost hard to differentiate if we like it for that reason. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm seeing a comedy person, it's going to be hard for me to see another comedy person and not compare him to the comedy person that I already like.
Yeah, that's right. It's unavoidable, bro.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
You're one of the few battlers I know who can control a room with, like, just body language, bro. How much of that is rehearsed versus instinct?
No, none of it. The only thing that's rehearsed is the remember the rhymes, bro. Like, wherever I might say, it's because I can't really rehearse with it. Like you said, it's body language. If I practice with my opponent being on the right side and they call us to the stage and he's over here, the whole performance switches.
That's right.
I can't look this way anymore. I can't do it. So I can't practice that part. It's pure instinct. It's pure instinct. Where he's at, I just gotta move. I just know the rhyme, so I know how to attack.
How long does it take you to prepare? Like, what's the quickest?
My battle, I finished 2 rounds versus Charlie Clips in like 1 day. Yeah, because I have respect for Charlie Clips. You know, he's a big name. You know, Pillar, Harlem. You know, so, and it was on the first caffeine card. So for him to be like, yo, I'm a battle bro from Harlem, you know, and he had a bigger name at this time, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, I gotta take it serious. He said, yes, bro.
Does Clips really freestyle on that?
A lot of it, yes. A lot of it is improv. A lot of it, Chris is incredible, man.
It's amazing, man. Like I seen some of his clips.
yeah, Chris is incredible, bro. And I've seen him prepare. Actually prepared matches with him and telling me, yo, watch this round. This is my favorite round. He's gonna kill this one. And it's a whole different round.
He's gonna change it.
Because of what just happened, it's so hard. He didn't even get to that shit. Yo, that nigga's amazing, bro. Chris is crazy.
Do you do like gambles like that, like change something mid-round just because something happened?
I might, yeah. It's been known to hit for me. Like if something crazy happens, I've been known how to make it intertwine to whatever's going on. Like I battled Young Ken. His friend came on the stage. I got into altercation with his friend. I freestyled that. Then the camera dropped. The cameraman dropped the camera from a punchline I made. And then I freestyled about dropping the cannon because his name is Cannon. Like, yeah. So like, you can't miss those moments. If they there, you gotta grab those shits, man. You gotta, yeah.
So your aggression, you think it comes straight from adrenaline?
Yeah, I've been in a lot of situations where your next move gotta be your best move. So it's like instinct, like, you know, safety, you know what I mean? I don't know.
That infamous footage with Sharon, because people here in the Philippines know Sharon, so they know that that pistol.
Yo, Sharon is my boy, man. First of all, much respect, much love to Sharon, man.
You guys are good.
After that, yo, my return match where I battled Shadi Harvard, Sharon battled on my card too. He battled Lee Dollars on that card. He played, gave me a full the work Sharon, like the real Sharon. Like, yo, it was crazy, but that battle was crazy with me and him because we had a friendly relationship, knowing that, you can say that here?
Yeah.
Okay. He was cool. And then he got the feeling, I guess, too comfortable. And I don't even know whether he was trying to be that cool with me so he can do that to me and get away with it.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I didn't automatically attack him. I just hit the gun down like, yo, you're going too far.
But then you hit your cap.
Now it's like, so it's saying, okay, he really is too comfortable now.
Yeah.
And I have to show him, this is not, that plane, that's not what you doing, bro. But Sharon is a good man, bro. That's my dude, bro.
Yeah, he's a good person, man.
Yeah. And I think he just got, the moment just got out of hand for both of us, you know what I mean? I got nothing but respect for Sharon. He's a solid dude, bro.
And that's the adrenaline that I was talking about mid-battle, that sometimes you can't control.
Yeah, because my hat fly off. It's like instant. What's next, bro? Like, it's like, yo, bro, what, I'm not going to run to the crowd and go get my hat.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, bro, it's just some shit you can't control.
That's true. And that's why I was telling you and asking you about, like, the difference between aggression and disrespect. Like, the line,
cross the line. And I said, like, first of all, your mother tell you as a kid, don't point guns at people. Like, your mother, everybody's mom say, don't play with guns. No guns is no good in America. So he should have known that off the rip. So I didn't want to mess his rhymes up, you know what I mean? Because the people want to see the show too. So I just pushed the gun down and say, fuck out here, stop, or nothing to make a scene.
Yeah.
He could have kept rhyming. Yeah. He just wanted to, I don't know, bro. It went somewhere else. So
have you ever had a battle that someone just, like, straight up said some left field shit that made you want to snap?
Yeah, man. Tay-Rock, man.
Oh, the Tay-Rock battle.
Yeah.
What specifically? What part?
So, we're losing. We're losing bad. I'm getting to a part that I feel is gonna help us. Yeah. This is a haymaker that could at least give us some points to try to even this fight back out.
I think I know this famous footage, right?
Yeah. Right. So while I'm breaking down the story, it's settling in that we're losing. We're saying out, we're being there, going back and forth, saying our part, but it's not with confidence because of what's going on. As this is going on, he stops me to say the most disrespectful thing he could say. So it's like, yo, man, do I remember what I need to say? Or do I address, it's crazy, man.
Yeah. So he fucked with your mind, right?
Yeah, and I shouldn't allow that, man, because I don't know. I don't feel like he shouldn't have done that. They was winning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, so that's why it's like, yo, what are you trying to do? It just really pissing me off. Like, you're winning and you're still trying to...
It's like doing a windmill.
Yeah. So I just, yeah.
Okay, a couple more questions before we review the battle.
Let's do it.
What's the biggest misconception about crowd control that you learned from all the years of battle? Like how do you develop your skill in crowd control?
Like, yo, you have how I developed the skill is you have to listen. As crazy as it sounds, because you're supposed to be the person that's delivering.
Yeah.
But you have to listen. You have to listen. You have to over-listen. You have to listen when your opponent is going. You got to listen when you and your opponent is not even on the stage yet. When other people are on the stage, you have to listen. You have to understand, read the room. You have to. You have to be aware. Because you can have a set plan, and it could be the coldest plan. But if the room is just not in that plan is the worst plan ever. So you gotta know how and what people are feeling at this moment. You gotta know what's gonna register right now.
You can't be robotic and detached.
Right. So you can come up there like, yo, I got this, I'm gonna do this, believe. And that's it. Nah, because that a person might stop you. What if somebody yells in the middle of that part? Did you plan for that?
That's true.
And this is where chokes come into place.
That's golden advice, man. Golden advice. Who's the hardest person to prepare for?
Not Kayshawn. Kayshawn.
Did you battle before you King of the Dot?
Yes, I did. Actually, I battled Password.
Oh shit, he's good, man.
Yeah, Pass was good, yo. And I battled him in California too on their turf too. It was a classic, man. I want to say I got it 2-1. He might say the same thing, but it was a classic. Yeah, it was a classic.
Gotta check that out. I don't know if I've watched it already. Like the sheer number of battle rap videos. On the internet, it's a lot, bro. And that's one of the reasons maybe why it's become like
hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
Oversaturated, yes. And a lot of things that's duplicated. You don't know what's the original. You don't know what's what, because a lot of the original people like yourself, myself, the people that's been around that made a big impact have been sitting for a minute. Yeah. But the culture has still been moving because obviously the masses got to make their money.
Yeah.
And they're moving it with whatever's just going to go at this point. You know what I mean? So there people are, if you're just tuning into the culture and say, oh, this is what battle rap is. If you just turned on the YouTube and sitting there and say, okay, what's this? For the first time, you don't know that it's so many things that's been created that inspired this. This is just something that's been inspired. This is not what battle rap is.
Word, man. So now when the things that we talked about too earlier, your plans on like doing a event here where it's like US versus the Philippines doing like sparring matchups. Who are the like top names you can think of it?
Man, I want to battle Apex, man. I heard the name Apex.
Apex.
I want to battle Apex. I heard some things too, Apex. Come on outside. Let's have this match. Let's get it on, man.
Oh shit.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on. I heard another name, but I heard he's doing movies and stuff now, so more power, respect, salute to you, smugglers, man.
Oh, smugglers.
Yes, but yeah, I'm hearing Apex is a good tough opponent. He did his thing off the top. You know, I don't think you ever seen a Kayshawn though, man.
Yeah. You think if it's gonna be a U.S. versus the Philippines, can you give me some names from the states that who's willing to go down here and battle?
Yes, if the T-Rex is willing to come with me, Gas and Natural, believe it or not, yo, I got female battle rappers that have come down too.
Really?
Yeah, and take on guys here. That I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I know if American female that gets busy, bro. That gets busy. That gets busy, and she be. And I don't want to say the name yet because, and it's nobody y'all see. Yo, it's a status of yourself, myself. They just tucked away, but when they step out, you want to know who's what's what. So when the time is right, you know. But I'll introduce that. But also, I got my boy Luke Castro. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, Luke Castro.
Luke Castro's gonna come and make a movie with me. I can get a ton of people that are gonna do exactly what's needed for the culture to make it happen. And you know what I mean? And a strong roster. I would get like a roster of probably 5 to 6 people.
How soon are you looking to make this happen? Like early next year?
Yeah, February the latest. It's just really getting, well, we're already locked in, so the logistics is here, you know what I mean? That would have been the
We should definitely hop in the studio.
Oh, man, you said the magic words, man. The producer's in the building, too. Yeah, let's do it. Yo, y'all heard him here, man.
K-Shine is in the Philippines, man. Bro, welcome to the Philippines. I hope you enjoy your stay here.
Yes, man.
Hope you check out the islands, too, man.
Yo, thank you too, man. Bro took me to that restaurant with the good old lamb. Oh my God! If you ever get out here, get next to Looney. I know it's the Looney, man.
the lamb adobo.
Yeah, lamb adobo.
So are you ready to watch the battle now?
Yeah, let's get to it, man. Let's see it.
We're gonna watch. These kids are like brand new to the league. They're up and comers, but they're good.
Okay.
One of them is known to be using like English phrases, so maybe you can catch some of his lines and maybe just ask me, or like if I don't understand, I'm definitely going. Yeah, just ask me the entire time. I'll just be the one breaking it down, and then I'll just ask some things that are interesting to the viewers. Like, is this the same with how you do things in America? For example, like the dissing of the dead relatives, like the mentioning,
we're not going for that.
It don't fly, right?
Nah, we ain't going for that. Like, we don't, the battlers don't respect that, and the fans don't respect that. You might get booed if you do that.
It's getting kind of whack. There's a lot of people are doing that here for attention, and it's just,
that's not cool.
Cringy.
That's exactly what it is, and it's just distasteful. Like you said, it's cringy, man. And you hear and see things like that, it makes people automatically think of their loved ones that are not with them.
Yeah, that's true.
And they automatically feel what your opponent felt when you said it to them.
Yeah,
that's not a good look for you. I don't feel that way.
All right, man, let's go. Let's do this. Umpisahan na natin. And the battle that we're gonna watch is from the Langit Lupa tournament from Flip Top. This is Diddle versus Mison. Let's go. Let's go. These guys are up and comers. Diddle is the dude who he uses like English phrases often in his rounds, and he gets criticized and praised for it because he can like speak English really well. So they don't like the English battles here. Why does he get criticized for speaking English? It's because it's a Tagalog battle. Some people feel like he's like using that as a crutch, like
instead of rapping the language,
instead of rapping in full Tagalog. But the reason why he's doing that, I think, is because he's not from Luzon. He's from Visayas. It's a different language, different dialect to Visaya.
He might not know the language.
Yeah, he's not used to the Tagalog language, but he has perfect command of the English language. And I've reviewed recently one of his battles, and I think most of the time, or maybe like every 2 bars, he uses like an English phrase or the reference to English or hip hop. That's tough. He's a real hip hop fan. I think he's an MF Doom fan. Yeah. He's a head. He's a real hip hop.
That's what's up. Let's check it out.
The other dude is a straight up Tagalog rapper.
For the 21st time in his career, LeBron James will play on Christmas Day. It should be a surprise to nobody, but the game's all-time leading scorer has the most points even on Christmas as well. And he'll look to add to his total in his first Christmas game with the 76ers. Let's get into ESPN and ABC's much-anticipated Christmas Day slate, which tips off with a finals rematch between the Spurs and the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. This will be the first NBA Finals rematch on Christmas Day since the Cavs and Warriors back in 2017. Then the Celtics host the Heat in a meeting between two teams that aggressively pursued Giannis Antetokounmpo this offseason. The Miami Heat have won 12 of 14 games they've played on Christmas Day. That's the best record by any active franchise. And the Sixers head to Los Angeles, where LeBron will face his former team, the New Look Lakers, with Walker Kessler. Bronny James still on the Lakers. This has the potential to become the first father-son matchup in NBA, NFL, NHL, or MLB history as they face off. Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves will host the reigning back-to-back MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and the Thunder. LaMelo Ball will be making his Christmas Day debut, while Oklahoma City hasn't won on Christmas Day since 2017. And to cap it all off, the Warriors host Denver. Last Christmas, the Joker posted a first by scoring 55 points with 15 boards and 15 assists in an NBA game. First time in NBA history that's happened. And after struggles on Christmas early in his career, Steph has scored 20 points in 3 of his last 4 Christmas games. One more time, here's a look at the 5 matchups taking place on ESPN and ABC throughout Christmas Day, starting at noon Eastern, with an NBA Finals rematch between the Spurs and the Knicks from MSG. So, DDJ, a lot to choose from there. What's the best matchup?
I'm going with the finals rematch. Spurs-Knicks. I mean, 5 incredible games, probably the best 5-game series seen. And the Spurs team, I've never seen a team lose a series in 5 where they felt like they should have won all 5 games. Like, so they want their revenge on the Knicks. The Knicks are the hunted. The Spurs, in some aspects, are also the hunted as a team. Like last year, they were surprised. Now everybody is gunning for them. Wemby put up, 40 points in Christmas against this Knicks team a couple years ago. Like, this is going to be fireworks, and all these other games are good. One thing you know about me, I thrive on negativity a little bit, so I like that these two teams do not like each other.
Yes.
And I like all that for the sport.
I love this finals rematch, but I got to look towards the game in Los Angeles. You know, LeBron's favorite indulgence, chocolate chip cookies, much like Santa. We never got to see Santa play one-on-one against one of the elves. We get LeBron versus Bronny on Christmas Day.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Worked it up for you. But that's going to be fun. It's going to be historic, and LeBron's a showman. He's going to bring an extra flair returning to this stage in Los Angeles against his former franchise. It's going to be fun to see.
And it goes to say again, the history, potentially, we've never seen this in major sports, NFL, NHL, MLB, like a father taking on a son. But I actually want to go a little bit more macro because it's LeBron returning to Los Angeles, and this is Luka Doncic's squad. And so I feel like the Lakers will want to show that, hey, we are good, we are competitive, we have built around Luka, and we are able to compete because there's expectations for the Philadelphia 76ers to have championship level type of performances. And so I think Luka, man, we talk about fireworks. This man will want to put on a show. He will want to actually at home show that he is the guy that they are going to, build this new era around. So I'm excited for outside of the father-son, but more importantly, the actual game.
Ako nga yung phone ko dun sa kama. Yung may tali na mahaba. Sa kama.
We should try to preserve the rich
Yeah, and part of that's part of the X's and O's. This I want to see what kind of defense Walker Kessler. He's got to make up for a lot of that defense when you got Tyrese Maxey running rampant with Luka and Austin Reeves possibly guarding him.
Not just Walker Kessler, it's the entire Lakers squad.
Yeah, they got to step up defense.
But he's gonna have to defend a lot back there at this point.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Is like we've got DJ Edgecombe, we've got Tyrese Maxey.
Oh no, for sure.
That's me. You know.
Yeah. Biggest surprise of the slate to you, Janae?
You know, I'm actually surprised that we didn't get the subliminal matchup that people are like, the Celtics and the Sixers.
Yes.
I'm a little bit surprised because I was very much keep the Jays together. I was that type of girl. Now, reality happened where, Jaylen Brown is now a member of the Sixers, but I kind of want to see JT versus JB because I don't know, Dave, you can correct me, but like not much communication has been had.
That's my understanding.
Yeah, between the two. So they're going to leave it on the court. I don't want to see that. That, to me, is going to be cinema. And it's, like, very, obviously, JB is great in isolation, one-on-one, mid-range. JT is more like system. But when healthy, because now he played himself back to health, like, these are two. I mean, JB was top 6 in MVP. JT, they see him as a guy like that. That, to me, I'm surprised we kind of looked past that opportunity.
Maybe they'll save the chat for the Twitch stream someday. Yes.
I'm surprised to see the Minnesota Timberwolves, not because they're the Timberwolves, but because they have LaMelo Ball.
Right.
LaMelo Ball, this is his big welcome to the world moment in terms of the NBA's biggest stage, biggest showcase event, other than the playoffs, obviously. And the Charlotte Hornets as a franchise have never played on Christmas Day. So that means LaMelo's never had the chance to do that. And him and Anthony Edwards, we'll see what it looks like. I think they're going to have their growing pains throughout the season. But I look at it like they're either going to ignite one another or they're going to combust. And it's going to be the type of thing you're going to want to watch every night because of that.
Yeah, well, first, I'm with you, Janae. We need this Jaylen Brown in Boston sometime. I don't know if I may not be crazy. Give me Boxing Day. I don't care. Black Tuesday. Arbor Day. I don't know what Arbor Day is.
Thanksgiving Eve or something like that. That's a big day. People are home.
Yeah. We need that someday. But for me, the biggest surprise here is there's no Kevin Durant for Christmas. Like, this is a very telling thing about, I know, Janae, I'm sorry. This is a very telling thing about Kevin Durant and the Rockets and where they are in the way that the league sees the hierarchy right now. Kevin Durant is a perennial Christmas Day guy, and he is there. Steph, LeBron, KD, this is their generation, and he's not really somebody we're talking about in these slates. So we're talking about how we're looking at the Rockets as a competitor in the West, and overall, Kevin Durant was brought in here to get them over that hump. I know he was hurt in that first round, but his first round exit last year is not what you expected, and to be moved from this Christmas slate, and I can't even think of who I want him to replace on Christmas.
It's okay. Don't panic, Houston. Don't panic, because fly under the radar. You get Fred VanVleet back. Hopefully, Alvin Thompson is, doing better. I think it's going to be incremental. Yeah, year one, it's hard to bring in a star and win, but you're right. Times are better when KD's on Christmas.
The biggest stars will be out on the biggest day of the NBA regular season. Let's just say, not only Santa, who routinely delivers on Christmas, let's relive some of the best plays on Christmas Day with a little top of the top here.
Let's
begin. Top Hoppy Night, number 3, 2018. Hoopy, sorry. Yeah. Good job. Sixers Celtics, Jason Tatum on the fast break. Joel Embiid erases him. For the second half, it's a 13.
John Wall.
John Wall. Yeah.
When I see those layups, I just think of him. And maybe John Morant.
360 finish.
Yeah, him and Ja. I think Nick Young did it in an air ball that once.
And then number 3
is Donovan
Mitchell on the alley. I love there. From Jay Crowder.
Oh, it's not the Jazz. Christmas Day.
Little Hollywood
Hey, Don.
holiday next. There's a young Don right
This
there.
is a young Don.
Number 3, 07, Suns, Lakers, Kobe. We know this.
Oh, love it.
Backs the rim. Reverse throwdown.
Sentimental.
2012, Nuggets, Clippers, Jamal Crawford shows off the handles.
Man.
Finishing off the glass. And then this one was a blast. I remember this. Mike Tirico was on the call. Wade to LeBron.
Yep. I remember ripping the jersey together.
And there's one off the glass here.
They did 2, right.
That's right.
Yeah, they did 2 different ones in that same game that were crazy.
We're not real.
Yeah. They were fun. Top winners. Number 3, 1986 Bulls. Patrick Ewing gets the rebound and the putback.
Ewing goes up. Ooh, Cleveland.
1986.
Knicks win by 1. Number 2, Warriors Cavs in 16. Under 10 seconds to play. Cavs down. Kyrie Irving drives.
Game at home in
That
Houston.
is one of the best regular season games in NBA. Not just Christmas Day.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And then number 11, Bulls, Lakers, Derrick Rose, crossover, and the drive for the finish. Bulls win by 1 there.
Manual brushes can leave up to 50% of plaque behind, which can lead to cavities. Oral-B IO Electric's round brush head helps each tooth to clean even the back molars to remove up to 100% more plaque. Switch to Oral-B IO Electric with Oral-B Paste. Say goodbye to cavities.
Top Christmas dashing dunks, number 3, Michael Jordan. The steal and the inbound posterize Patrick Ewing.
Nobody talks about that dunk on you.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Another one? Oh,
No, it's the same. Yeah, well, same game, right? Yeah.
But Ewing got the game winner this game.
He did. 99 Spurs Lakers. Kobe.
good context. Good context.
Jared Jackson Sr. on the receiving end there. And then 22 Suns Nuggets, Aaron Gordon. I was at that game over Landry Shaman.
Oh, man, yes. Disrespectful in the best way.
Don't call offensive fouls with dunks.
Nope. And remember, Jokic had a historic performance last Christmas, going for 56, 16, and 15. First player with at least 55, 15, and 15 in NBA history. So, who do you think will dominate Christmas this year, DDJ?
First of all, I just realized, Hoopy night, like, Holy night. Took me just way too long to figure that out. But I got it. We're here. I'm on the same page. I'm going with the guy you just showed, Nikola Jokic. This guy owns Christmas, 56-point triple-double last time.
The Thanos of Christmas?
The Thanos of Christmas. You got to remember, he was a Grinch for the Phoenix Suns a few years ago, too, at 41-point triple-double.
We could go Dr. Doom now, actually.
Yeah, we could do it. Yeah.
Coming out.
Good, like good synergy with the Disney folks. That's all about. Yeah, it's Jokic. You're playing against the Warriors team. You don't know what they're going to look like. Who's going to defend Jokic when he's out there? I think he is going to be, once again, the guy who dominates Christmas.
Oh, be nice.
There you go.
Okay, talking about who dominates Christmas, what about the guy who's probably going to dominate the NBA for the next 10 or so years? Victor Wembanyama, Christmas Day debut, just a casual 42 points, 18 rebounds, 4 blocks. The only 2 players that debuted on Christmas Day with more, Wilt and T-Mac. And so I love this idea that he steps up in these moments because he understands that he's sending a message to the entire rest of the league. Christmas Day is a holiday, but it's like a double holiday for all of us who love the game. And Victor Wembanyama is at the top of the list when it comes to his love and passion for delivering in those moments.
I think we got to go to the guy who's going to allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Greek Freak.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Just 36 games a year ago. He's a 2-time MVP. He's a Defensive Player of the Year. He's a Finals MVP. He left the only home he's ever known in the NBA in Milwaukee. He's going to want to let everybody know that, hey, I'm still this dominant player. I can completely change the fortunes of the Heat franchise. And he'll want to obviously remind everyone that on Christmas Day.
I would co-sign that one because he hasn't been on Christmas Day in a minute, but I'm going to go a little off the board, too, as like a secondary. Like, we're forgetting about the MVP here. Like, the MVP is going to want to show out on Christmas, right? I would imagine that would be the case. So, all right, I'm not sure if it's the player that will dominate on Christmas, but a storyline that could potentially lead the day is LeBron versus Bronny, right there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we'll have to see where Bronny is in terms of the rotation. Sure, JJ Redick at that point in the season, but thus far, JJ's done nothing but support Bronny in his player development, and obviously he delivered some key playoff minutes in that Houston Rockets first-round series, and so you would think his game is going to continue to develop, and there'll be a spot for him, and obviously, JJ was also responsible for putting Bronny and LeBron on the court together. Their debut together, right? So JJ has the sense of the moment there. So I think we'll see it, and I want to see what the atmosphere is like in the arena, the anticipation. I don't think LeBron's going to hunt him out. He's going to play in the flow of the game.
Listen, we need Bronny to get a little swipe and layup on the other end off the old man. Let's go.
I mean, can we just start thinking about the potential, Bronny scoring on LeBron,
right?
Or LeBron chasing down Bronny? That to me sort of busts my brain.
Bronny says, call the screen, get Bronny up here and let's see what happens.
How about he does the other way. Go, call the screen, bring up the old man.
Ronnie said the last time they played each other one-on-one, he beat him in the driveway in Miami, their place in Miami, and LeBron dunked and tore down the rim because he was mad. So, well,
That might happen on
he may be able to do that too.
Life comes at you fast.
All right, so look, we got all the 10-fold games, and we just discussed the potential historic moment with LeBron and Bronny, right? But what are some other games we're still waiting for on the schedule here, DJ?
So for me, it's Tyrese Halliburton. First of all, it's one of the underrated big stories this season overall in the Indiana Pacers, which I think people are sleeping on because of the rough season that they had last year. But Tyrese Halliburton coming back to Madison Square Garden, the scene of the crime, the last heartbreak that the Knicks experienced before winning the championship, the game one, miraculous bounce, the choke signal, the second coming of Reggie Miller, all that stuff he did at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks want their lick back. Tyrese Halliburton wants to remind everybody that we were in the finals and maybe an injury away from winning a championship against OKC, and his return to Madison Square Garden is going to be must-see TV.
Well, if we're going to talk about returns, let's enter Damian Lillard returning back home to Portland into the chat, because this is a man who is just like three-pointers or layups to him. Ever since he entered the league, he's had the third most threes in the NBA behind Steph and James Harden. And the part got, a little bit more interesting because his teammates is John Morant, and they have a number of talented, athletic guards, so we'll see how they mix and match, but that guy's the top dog. And yeah, we miss you, Dame Time. We're excited to see you when you come back.
I know I said I want to see Giannis on Christmas Day, but I want to see him return to Milwaukee as well. I mean, it's been a soap opera the last few years. The finally will he, won't he, and he is now a member of the Heat. I imagine the Bucks fans will give him a warm reception, but also I feel like it could get a little chippy considering what we saw happen with Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo during Summer League.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Careful!
Video footage may be leaked at that point. You never know. All right, the full schedule.
What happened, Dave? I missed it. I don't know.
Full schedule release is coming this Thursday at 3 Eastern. We'll have it, the entire NBA schedule for you. Want to try to poke up what I look like?
Soy milk and matcha, a surprisingly good combo.
So weirdest thing happened to me today. Daming tumitingin. Ang dami kong makausap. Ano kayong meron? Axe Fine Fragrance. Irresistible attraction. That's the power of Axe.
Okay lang yan.
Ron joining Philly with 10 finals appearances of his own. That's more than the Sixers have had in their entire franchise history. And it only runs them $4 million a season. Bobby Marks is with us, our NBA front office insider. He hears that he's a dollar figure. He's maybe grins a little bit. Health, Bobby, though, is always going to play a role here. Aside from that, if you assume health here, what is the one factor that is the most important for Philly to get a title?
Well, I think it's sacrifice. I think anytime you potentially could put a great team together, at least on paper right now, it's going to be the sacrifice part. And that means on offense. When you look at Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and Jaylen Brown, 3 players last season that ranked in the top 25 in usage rate. So certainly the ball is going to be in all 3 of their hands. And then you add DJ Edgecombe to the mix and LeBron James. I think, Randy, the beauty of it is that last season, at least for the last couple months of the season in Los Angeles, I don't want to say took a back seat to Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, but certainly LeBron's role changed dramatically here. And I would think certainly having already done that, I think this group will sacrifice for the ultimate goal to win a championship in Philadelphia.
Okay, there's sacrifice, and then there's also just missing out. And a lot of GMs around the league right now are having a plan for a future without LeBron James, talking about some of the teams that are in the running for his services. So what is next for those teams?
Yeah, I call it free agency part 2, but in late July right now, when you look at teams like Cleveland, Golden State, Miami, we can put Denver in the mix. Those 4 teams have 13 roster spots available. That's the most of any of the teams here. Certainly, Draymond Green back to Golden State is a likelihood. James Harden in Cleveland. Peyton Watson's a restricted free agent. Miami still needs to go out and get a playmaker. Some of the big names that are out there. DeMar DeRozan is still available, Jonathan Kuminga, Bradley Beal, but I would expect all 4 of those teams to be active within the next, certainly starting yesterday when LeBron made that decision and moving forward.
As for LeBron, he's going to look to become the first player in NBA history to win a title with 4 different franchises. Bobby Marks, thank you, sir.
LeBron is the latest Finals MVP on the move. Well, after Jaylen Brown, Kawhi Leonard, and Giannis were all traded earlier this offseason. The deal sending Kawhi back to Toronto, though, isn't quite official yet, as it's still pending the NBA's investigation into Leonard and aspiration. With this case, we want to make Hurricanes this week. Dive a little bit more into LeBron's decision. I'm going to take a look at this. The moment you heard this news, LeBron, hey, he has all these offers on the table, but he goes to give me the first one.
Now you get LeBron James. Now you're looking like a legit title contender with the addition of Jaylen Brown without having to give up your core group. And so you know LeBron James is going to bring on the floor, right? The IQ, still playing at an all-NBA level. The effect that he's going to have on